Breitbart told the CPAC crowd last month that the videos would reveal Obama during a time when he was meeting with a bunch of silver ponytails, referring to Weather Underground terror group members Bill Ayers and Bernardine Dawn. Now, I want to pause right here. Weather Underground. But what I'm going to play for you now is the FBI agent Larry Grathwohl from several decades ago, a man who penetrated the Weather Underground. And if you listen to this, you'll come away understanding why I'm asking the questions that must be asked. I don't care whether or not the midstream media asks them. I don't care whether anybody else in the media asks them. I could care less. If I'm the last man in America who has an independent ability to think, I will use the independent mind that I was given by God to ask the question. Now listen to FBI agent Larry Grathwohl talking about the Weather Underground, the people who are now running America. Listen.
I brought up the subject of what's going to happen after we take over the government. We become responsible then for administrating, 250 million people. And there was no answers. No one had given any thought to economics. How are you going to clothe and feed these people? The only thing that I could get was that they expected that the Cubans and the North Vietnamese and the Chinese and the Russians would all want to occupy different portions of the United States. They also believed that their immediate responsibility would be to protect against what they called the counter-revolution. And they felt that this counter-revolution could best be guarded against by creating and establishing re-education centers in the Southwest, where we would take all the people who needed to be re-educated into the new way of thinking and teach them how things were going to be. I asked, well, what is going to happen to those people that we can't re-educate, that are die-hard capitalists? And the reply was that they'd have to be eliminated. And when I pursued this further, they estimated that they would have to eliminate 25 million people in these re-education centers. And when I say eliminate, I mean kill. 25 million people. I want you to imagine sitting in a room with 25 people, most of which have graduate degrees from Columbia and other well-known educational centers, and hear them figuring out the logistics for the elimination of 25 million people. And they were dead serious.
I rest my case, ladies and gentlemen. They now run all of the cultural institutions of the United States of America. Is there anyone listening to this show who would argue that the Weather Underground mentality has not penetrated the institutions of our culture from top to bottom? Is there anyone listening to this program who would argue that a goodly portion of the Obama administration does not think the way these Weather Underground people thought in those days, irrespective of whether or not they would actually go ahead and kill 25 million people? I want to remind you that Heinrich Himmler was a chicken farmer who was given the inordinate task of making the New World Order for Adolf Hitler. He actually didn't get involved in the gassings and the beatings and the murders, but he oversaw the construction of the death camps because they needed a new Germany where the undesirables would be eliminated. This is not anything unusual, by the way, to the thinking of revolutionaries. It's being done in North Korea as we speak.